What is up, guys? Neil here, back with a game review. In this case, a game for that was recently released for Android named Monument Valley 2. So the game is a sequel to Monument Valley, which is released by Us2 Games. The original released, I want to say a couple of years ago now. So this has been a much anticipated sequel, which brings a new story, a new adventure, new levels, new graphics, and all of that good stuff. The game released originally on iOS a few months ago as an exclusive, and it just released for Android, as I mentioned. It's available for $4.99 in the Google Play Store. So I figured I'd do a quick walkthrough of the level I'm on to show off some of the new features and stuff like that. So you not only get some levels, but you get a new level selection screen, as you see here. So swiping up and down will let you switch through the levels. The original was a gazebo style house that you rotated from left to right, so there is that. This new story though gives us a story of a mother named Ro and her daughter, and their adventures through the Monument Valley universe as far as the sacred geometry goes. So I've already played a couple of levels, so I figured I'd go through one more here in the review to see where we're at and show off more of the new game. So here we have the, I guess, viaduct where the child or the daughter learns her first lesson. So we'll jump right into it. So it's the same interface, so if you've played the first game, you're already going to be familiar with how it goes. Staircase, touching, moving around to get around. The level will adjust accordingly as there's different things to do. This part, I guess, is pretty straightforward. So we're going to get them there. We're going to do that. So we're going to get the mother and daughter as high as possible. So that's a split right there. That's a little bit different than usual, where we have them going in two different directions. So we'll have them going into the house there. So not too much different from what we've seen so far. But here we now do have a level where we do have to do a little bit of manipulation. So I guess we have to get the daughter to the specter that we see here. There are still perspective changes and manipulations that you have to do to accomplish the level, and they may not necessarily be as simple or straightforward as we saw on the prior screen. So something to still take into consideration there. And this is early on, so this is a little bit more on the easier side, but they do get more complicated as the game goes on. So there is that. I don't have the music playing in the review, but the game does have the usual good background ethereal kind of music. So it does get you into the game, especially if you have headphones on. So something to consider there. And we're going to have to adjust. So that's a straightforward manipulation there, but we do have more level manipulations. The graphics are just as smooth, if not smoother than I remember them being. So that's always something to consider there. And I guess in this case we do have control the daughter while controlling the mother. I am not sure what to do next. I don't see any controls or anything like that. So let's see what this is a very interesting dilemma. There's nothing to control or move. And I can't control the daughter. I can't move things up and down. So I don't see anything in the level to manipulate. So I'm not sure what we need to do here. Especially since I guess there's no way to switch control to the daughter. I can't go there. Oh, there, I actually didn't see that door, so that solves that problem. So, okay, so there it is. So, doorways can be easily visible, or if you're like me, not visible at all. So, something to easily or something to consider when you're playing the game. So, always take into consideration your environment. So, now that that part's done, and as you can see, I mean, everyone's going to have their different abilities and skill sets and things like that. So, it's always the game's well done as always. It has a good perspective and kind of forces you to look at things in a different way. And this particular part is of intriguing note. So let's see about moving the characters around there, seeing what things like that do. I am not sure, so maybe I have to move the mother down here, see if that so that's not that, so maybe I'll move her back up here, see if that does anything. But I don't have access to the same door that I had before, so maybe I need to do this. Oh, I can't actually do that either, so that's what I need to do is move the mother around that way as well, and have them meet up that way. So that solves that little dilemma. So I guess the controlling of the mother and daughter is actually a new, or that's definitely the new element, but making that control to make them move in parallel is going to be the unique, interesting part about further levels once I complete this particular level. So let's go back here. Move them together. So now we have the mother and daughter back together again. We have their hug. So there is that. And then, of course, it has the continue control. So if you want to take a screenshot, you'll touch that dot on the top left of the corner. You can zoom in, or you can pinch to zoom and zoom out. So if you want to do that, and then you'll just touch the button. It'll take a screenshot. It'll give you the option to share or save to your device. So you can do that. Then there's that. So once you finish, or once you've done that, if you want to take a screenshot, you can do that, and we are done with our level, I think. So let's see what the new animation is here. And I'm actually moving my finger around on the screen to get the pattern to draw. So there is that. So we are now done with the level, and it should take you back to the main screen when you're done with the level, give you a little bit of an animation, and show and take you to the next level if you want to continue playing the game. So overall, it's a good game. So far it's a good sequel. I definitely recommend getting it. It is worth the $4.99 price tag. It does tie into Google Play Games, so you get the achievements as you see there, and you can follow the leaderboard and all of that. I'm not sure about the saving of the progress of the game, but since it does have achievements, you can keep track of that and play around there. Overall performance of the game is smooth. I'm playing on my OnePlus 3T, so there is that. I'm not sure how it is on lower end devices, but I think the game does require at least on the Android side, Android 4.4 and above. So just double check the requirements, but most recent phones running Android 4.4 and higher should be good to go. But that is all for this review. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can find me on Twitter at PatelN01. You can find this review and all reviews on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatelN01. And of course, you can support the reviews and podcasts and get additional content by supporting the show on Patreon at patreon.com/PatelN01. And of course, the website is pateln01.com for links, subscription links, social media links, and all of that good stuff. But that is all for this particular review. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time.